ठीक है. Good morning students. Today we are doing chapter number 2 whole numbers of class 6. Let's first we do topic natural numbers. We know natural number start from 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to infinite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to infinite. Now we will do about whole numbers. Whole numbers, what is mean by whole numbers? If we include 0 in the natural number, it means if we start numbering from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up to infinite. So this is called whole numbers. It means all the natural numbers are whole numbers, but all the whole numbers are not natural numbers. Now we will learn about predecessor. Predecessor. Predecessor means if we subtract 1 from any whole number, we will get its predecessor. Suppose 7 minus 1, you get 6. So 6 is predecessor of 7. So to find the predecessor, you require to subtract 1. Now successor. To find successor, you have to do plus 1. So 11 is successor of 10. So to find successor of any whole number, you have to do plus 1. So what is mean by whole numbers? Whole number is a group of number which start from 0 and the first whole number is 0. Now we will learn about the number line. Number line. This is a straight line. You have to mark on equal distance and start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So see, we start from 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 up to infinite. You have to see a arrow sign. So this is a number line and whole numbers on number line. Now we have to learn about addition and subtraction on number line. How to add two whole numbers on number line? Addition of whole numbers on number line. Suppose you want to do 7 minus 3. So first you make a number line, start from 0. Now, 7 plus 3, we have to do addition. So 7 plus 3 we have to do, so you have to make large number line. So first number is 7, so start from 7 and plus 3 means you have to go on right side, 3 steps, because we have to do plus 3. So 1, 2, 3. So 10 is your answer. 7 plus 3 equals to 10. So in this manner we have to do addition on number line of two whole numbers. Now we will do about subtraction of whole numbers on number line. Subtraction, suppose you have to do 8 minus 5. So again you have to make number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to start from 8 because first number is 8. Minus, so we will come on left side. 5, we have to subtract 5, so 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So answer is 3. So in this manner we have to do subtraction of two whole numbers on number line. So you have understood how to do addition and subtraction on number line. Now we'll do multiplication on number line. Multiplication on number line. Suppose you want to do 2 into 3. So you make a number line, start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 2 into 3, so you have to take jump of 2. And how many jump? 3. 2, 2, 2. Jump of 2, first number will tell you how much jump, and 3, how many times. So answer is 6. In multiplication always we start from 0. Let's see 4 into 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose we want to do 3 into 5. So of 3 we will take 5 jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So answer is 15. So 3 into 5, 15. So in this manner we have to do multiplication of two whole numbers on number line. Now we learn about the properties of whole numbers. Properties of whole numbers. Properties of whole number, in which first property is closure property. Closure property means if we add two whole numbers, we will get whole number. Suppose you want to add 5 plus 2, you get 7. So whole number plus whole number is equals to whole number. So whole addition, two whole number. Addition, we can do we can add two whole numbers and we'll get whole number. This is the closure property. Now we'll check for subtraction. Suppose 7 minus 2 is equals to 5. But 2 minus 5 is equals to minus 3. So this is not whole number. Not whole number. So in subtraction, closure property is not applicable. So yes, no. Now we'll check for multiplication. Suppose 2 into 5, 10. So we get whole number. So whole number multiply whole number equals to whole number. Yes. Now we understand for division. 10 divided by 2, 5. But 2 divided by 5, 2 upon 5. And 2 upon 5 is not whole number. So it is not applicable. So you see here closure property is only applicable for addition and multiplication. For addition and multiplication. So in closure property we add two whole numbers. We can add two whole numbers. We will get a whole number. We multiply two whole numbers and we will get whole number. Now we will understand about the second property, which is commutative property. Second property is commutativity. Property. What is mean by commutativity property? And commutative property means we can add two whole numbers in any order. Like suppose you do 5 into 3, you got 15. Suppose you change the order of number 3 into 5, 15. So answer is same. So A into B plus equals to B into A. So we can we can multiply two whole numbers in any order. This was for multiplication. Now we'll understand for addition. 3 plus 5 8 and 5 plus 3 8. It means we can add two whole numbers in any order. So this is also applicable for addition of two whole number and multiplication of two whole numbers. Now we will understand about the third property, which is associative property. Associative property means we can add first two whole numbers out of three numbers. Like suppose 2 plus 3 plus 5. So now we can add these two whole numbers. 5 plus 5 is equals to 10. And we can do this question in different manner also. We can add like 5 plus 3 8 equals to 10. So answer is same. It means we can add two whole numbers out of three whole numbers in any order. So A plus B plus C is equals to A plus B plus C. This is a general formula. Now we understand for multiplication. 3 into 2 into 10. So suppose you want to multiply first this one, first two numbers, 3 to the 6, multiply take 60. Now 3 into 2 into 10. 3 into 2 10 ja 20. 23 ja 60. So answer is same. So it means we can multiply two whole numbers out of three numbers first. Like this. This is a general formula. So this is the associative property. As you feel comfortable, you can add two whole numbers out of three whole number first. And this is applicable also for multiplication. Now we understand for next property, which is distributive property. Distributive property, suppose you want to multiply 8 multiply 103. 8 multiply 103. So what we can write, 8 multiply 100 plus 3. Now you can see first 8 will multiply with 100 and then 8 multiply with, then here plus 8 multiply by 3. So 8 is distributive among two numbers. So 8 into 100, 800 plus 8 3 ja 24 and this is 824. So what is the formula? A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C. A into B, A into C. So this is the general formula for distributive property of multiplication or addition. So we can use this concept to make our calculation easy. So we have understood about 4 properties. Now we will understand about next property, fifth property, which is identity of addition. Identity of addition. We can add, what we can add in 5 to get 5? Can you think here? Yes, 0. What you can add to get 12 here? 0. So 0 is identity of addition. Now 6, identity of multiplication. What we can multiply 2 to get to 1. What we can multiply to 10 to get 10, 1. So 1 is identity for multiplication. So these are the 6 properties. These are the 6 properties we have covered here. Now we will understand about the next topic, pattern in whole numbers. Patterns in whole number. Patterns in whole number. There are 2 types of pattern. First we understand about geometrical pattern. In first, line pattern. We can arrange any number by placing dots in a line like this. So every number can be arranged or represent as line pattern. So this is the first simple line pattern. Second, square pattern. In square pattern, first we arrange 4 dots, and this is a 4, the smallest pattern, square pattern. You can see this is a square. So each dot will equidistant from other dot. Now you can see if we increase these dots, this is first, we increase this one. So how many dots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So second number will be 9 for square pattern. As you can increase the dots and you will try to make the square. So these were the line pattern and square pattern. Now we understand about triangle pattern. In triangle pattern we will try to make right angle triangle. See. In triangle pattern, suppose 1, 2, 3. So first number is 3. If we increase this pattern like this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second number 6. If we more increase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So as we can understand about which number can be represented in the triangular pattern. So these are the geometrical patterns. Now we'll understand last topic, arithmetic patterns. In arithmetic patterns, we try to understand second arithmetic pattern, a number pattern. This is also called number patterns. Suppose I am writing here a pattern and we have to try to understand how to identify the pattern. This is suppose 84 into 99. So we write 84 into 100 minus 1. So one more step. Okay. Now we learn how to identify their patterns. Minimum 3 steps we require to identify pattern. First you see 84, 84, 84. So we write first 84. 999, 999. So what we write? 9999. 84, 84, 84, 84. 10 minus 1, 100 minus 1, 1000 minus 1. Now 10,000 minus 1. So you can check it is correct. 84 into 9999. 10,000 minus 1 also 9999. And you can write next step also. 99,999. 84 into 1 lakh minus 1. So you can first you have to observe the similarity in the given pattern, and now then you will write the next step. So we have covered all the topics in this chapter, whole numbers. Again I am summarizing here. First we understand about natural numbers. Natural numbers start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up to infinite. After this whole numbers. If we include 0 in natural number group, it become whole number. 0 is the first first whole number, and after this we understand about predecessor, successor. Predecessor, when we subtract 1 from any whole number, we will get predecessor. Successor, if we add 1 in any whole number, we will get successor. After this we understand about the properties of whole numbers. First property we understand closure property. We can add or multiply any two whole numbers and we will get whole number. This is the closure property, only for addition and multiplication. After this we have understood about commutative property. Commutative property means we can A into B is equals to B into A. It means 2 into 5 is equals to 5 into 2. It means we can multiply two whole number in any order. You can multiply in any whole order. And same we can add two whole numbers in any order. 2 plus 5 is equals to 5 plus 2. After this we understand about the associative property. In associative property we can choose first two numbers out of three numbers to add in as required. It means we can select two numbers out of three numbers to add first. So this is called associative property. After this we understand about distributive property. In distributive property of multiplication or addition, it means a number can be multiplied with two whole numbers in a bracket in any sequence. After this we understand about formula of a distributive property is A into B plus C is equals to A into B plus A into C. After this we understand about the next property, identity of addition. Identity of addition is 0. Identity of multiplication is 1. It means 0 can be added to any number without changing the value, and 1 can be multiplied with any number without changing its value. After this we understand about the patterns in whole numbers. First we understand about the geometry. In geometry we make line pattern, we make square pattern, we make triangle pattern, and we make other patterns also, like rectangle pattern. In rectangle pattern you require a number which can multiply, like 6, 2 into 3. So 2 by 3 you will try to make the rectangle. After this you understand about the patterns of numbers in arithmetic. In this you have to first identify what is the similarities in the given three steps, and then you can make the next steps as required. So do practice and understand and read, see this video very carefully. If you require to see again, please see again and you will understand better. Thank you.